Yeah, let's stick this LS engine right into this Volvo. But before we can get there, let's go back and see how we got this thing painted up.
Alright guys, so this is the engine, and the reason that we have this engine in here is because we're going to be putting this in a Volvo, a 960 wagon, and stuff. Cletus is here because, well, it's his car, or it's going to be his car. This build is going to have 8 channels that are going to be down actually working on the build. The channels are obviously stuff with Cletus, Wasted Talent Fabrications, Dudes with Wrenches, Mongrel's Garage, Big Block 402, Just Mopar Joe, 815 LSX swaps, and of course us at 113 Cycles. Bubba Ayers, definitely check out his channel. He is a sponsor of the build and has been a huge help along the way with this. And again, it's going to go in a 1996 Volvo 960 wagon estate. It's green, if that helps at all with it. It's going to have a 4L80E transmission in it, which we're going to pull out of another vehicle. So, what do you have to say with this?
Yeah, we'll go more into the engine here. This is the 6.0 out of a GMC Yukon Denali. It has all the truck accessories on it right this second. We're going to pull all these off. We're going to go all Corvette accessories except for the
Alternator?
no, the alternator's going to stay this one, yes sir.
Yeah.
And then also the power steering pump is actually out of a Camaro, 99 Camaro. All brand new parts except for the alternator, of course. We're going to do a paint scheme. The heads are aluminum, so we're not going to paint them. We're just going to clean them up real nice. The block, we're going to be painting that. We're going to be painting the valve covers. We're going to be painting the intake, which we have to shave down so it'll fit.
Yep.
Because we are sticking with the truck intake, but we're going to shave it down. We have a shorter oil pan as well. So it's going to collapse this way and this way with everything we're doing, so it'll fit the Volvo nicely. And there it is, pretty much cleaned up. If you want to see how we did that, watch our last video. Click the link up at the top and watch how we did it.
Alright, we have gotten the engine cleaned. We're getting ready to paint it. See our crudiment tape job there. Got some notebook paper on here, basically just to kind of hold it off. But I did that side, and Cletus did the other side over here, which you guys didn't see, but it was the exact same thing I did. So, so we're ready to get paint on it. Gonna get a good look of it there before we do that. He's got the brightener, aluminum bright stuff, whatever it is, to clean up the heads on it.
All right, guys, we got the motor cleaned up, taped up, ready for paint. Before we get too far though, we're going to go ahead and take this intake and get it ready for paint at the same time. So we're taking this truck intake, instead of going with a smaller intake, we're going to take this truck one here. We're going to shave it all smooth. We need to keep this, and we need to keep this. And what we'll do is just take these little grommets here, and we'll drill a hole and plastic weld them to the side here. All this other stuff can come off. We don't need all this ugly junk here. We don't need this stuff. It's all driven by a wire and that cable, so we don't need any of that.
All right, here we are. Cletus finished the intake. Basically a soldering iron and taking the old pieces of plastic and cutting them out. Yeah, it doesn't look amazing now, but what it looks like is all the holes are filled. So he's gonna sand it down, and then it'll get bondoed and painted. Tore up one sanding disc already, but you can start to see here, it's looking really good. Go ahead, judge those plastic welds.
Well, we got it all bondoed and sanded down, pretty much ready for paint. We got to clean it, obviously, but she came out pretty smooth. She shaved. Now, there's one little spot right here that I'm not loving. I probably should rebondo it and everything, but this ain't a car paint job. This is just the top of the engine and all the stuff in the way and everything. Nobody's gonna be looking at that little spot, so we're gonna call it good.
Alright, everything prepped, taped off. Parts. Intake shaved down, bondoed, cleaned up. It's about ready to spray primer. Alright, update. Added the fuel rails to it. So there's the fuel rails taped off. It's prepping his primer. Got it up here on our super fancy old grill with the super fancy piece of plywood, so time to lay some primer. But
Hey, this plywood's for sale when we're done. We'll sell it to you, I don't know, 30 bucks, 40 bucks.
ooh, that's a good deal for plywood right now.
It's got a little paint on it too.
Yeah.
Well, she all primered. All this stuff's going gold, except for that it's going green. And that's the engine over there. It's primered up. The valve covers and the front cover is going to go gold, and the engine itself's going green. So it's going to look pretty good. There's some paint on it. Here's our gold stuff. Obviously, this is just the first coat. There's our green intake. I'm liking these colors. Hopefully, green and gold go good together. If not, they are now. And there's the engine block green. And I'll move a little closer, you can see better. Doing pretty good. 6-0.
A little video of the paint here. Golden green. There's the intake all shaved down. Parts are ready for reassembly. Here's the engine. This block so far is painted. Beautiful color. Green, British Racing green there. Like I said, all I can see is the engine. I can grab it if you want. Yeah, this is gonna end up.
A little water there.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, yeah, I do want that.
Okay. Is it lined up?
All right, got the time. The whole short.
Oh, okay.
Paint the engine.